Janet, try it like it created. And today I'm going to be making a tag from a new die that I just got in from Amazon. So it's a layered flower with leaves, and I'm just using up some scrap cardstock. And then I've got Lisa Horton's sugar candy and juicy pineapple, and I thought we could do kind of a little blend for the background, and then use the sugar candy to color the edges of the flower as well. And then we'll probably put either a brad or a flat back pearl in the center of the flower. So I'm going to send this over to my Gemini to cut out, and then we'll begin constructing. So it did a really nice job on the cutout, and let me show you the, I don't know if you can see close up. Can you see the cutout? Oops, I was zooming in a little too far. That is the cutout from the leaf. That looks good. And then the flowers have like a little bit of an indentation to the sides of them. So that's nice too. So, okay, so we want to kind of color in the edges of these, and I'm going to go in with this bubblegum color, and it's rather light in nature, and so I don't anticipate it doing, too much coloration to the sides there, but just enough. So I'm going to use a finger dauber, go in here and grab some of this pink, and then just lightly come in and touch the edges. And since this stacks up on top of itself, we'll really see the edges more than we will the center of the flower. So I just want to do this to all 4 pieces, and then I'm going to set them off to the side. Alright, so we've got the dies, and those are set off to the side. And since I've already got pink here, I'm going to go ahead and put down some more ink. And I'm going to also add water. And I'm going to add a little bit of yellow here. Right. And then let's mix this with water so that it will spread and mix. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take, I guess, my finger here and just kind of get those to blend a little bit more, because I want to be able to pick it up with the tag, and I don't want like just color on one side and not the other. So yeah, I just want a light blendy background like that. All right. So now I can use the heat tool to set that and to clean up my glass mat here. And then we'll come back and construct. Before I glue everything together, I want to give these petals some shape. So I'm just taking a paintbrush here, and I'm going to kind of curl them all over the bend in the paintbrush. Now it could be a pen, it could be pencil, really anything, but just to give a little dimension to the leaves before we glue things down. And when I go to glue down, I'm only going to glue in the center. And I want to put the flower on first so that I know where to tuck my leaves in, and I'm okay with it, leaning off the tag some. Now my tag has warped a little bit from being wet, and I'm okay with that. If you're not happy with that, you can always iron it, flatten it down. Now it does lighten up the weight of the card once you get it wet, and so if you wanted to go in and glue another card to the back so that it's a little bit more sturdy, or give you a location to write on, you could do that as well. So now I'm just choosing a few of these petals for dimension. I don't know, maybe I'll go in and do them all. Probably should have done it before I glued them down. That's okay. And while I'm pulling on them, I want to make sure that I don't pull them off the stem. So you need to be careful about that as well, because the stem is much smaller. So what I'm doing is actually holding on to the base of the leaf and then curling up from there. All right, so our next petal. I also like to stagger the placement of the petals. So if this petal's here, then this one I put in the negative spot. All right, and then for the center, I'm going to use a little flat back pearl from Buttons Galore and More, and this is a doodad in marmalade. So I'm just going to put some glue in the center there, pick it up with some pressure on my finger, and then drop it right into the center. Now, there is room for sentiment here if I wanted to stamp it, or if I wanted to add a word or so forth. But there is our dimensional flower, and that would be really pretty on a card front. Use it on this tag. I like doing tags and then leaving them blank so that I can add what I want the saying to be later. So it becomes more versatile for us. And I like how, let's see if you can focus in on this. Trying to get it to focus, how the dimension of the edge left like a little seam where I put the dye or the ink on there when I was blending it on. And so that makes for a really pretty layered and dimensional flower.